Hello, my fellow modeling and tabletop gaming enthusiasts, and welcome to the Mediocre Modeler Show. I apologize for not putting out an episode last week. Commission stuff has been crazy, and with the looming pre-order date for the new edition of Konflikt 47 coming up in just 2 days' time from when you see this video, I wanted to get that stuff knocked out. I've still got some other stuff that I'm going to get done that's not going to be till after the pre-order date, but I got what I need for the pre-order date. So anyway, so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. We're going to take a look at what I've done since Adepticon for the new edition of Konflikt 47. There's still a lot of stuff we don't know, but I'm kind of taking some liberties in what I think would still be applicable. So I've got, obviously some Konflikt 47 units, so we know they're going to be usable. And then just like I've got a medium mortar in there just because you always need mortars. You always need artillery. Those are the best. So I decided to, But without any further ado, let's head on down. We'll talk about what I've gotten done so far. And it's pretty neat. All right, here we go. Here is Konflikt 47 Marine Army 2.0. I mean, really, I didn't do anything for the first edition, whatever. So we got my armored officer here. So this is just the regular armored infantry officer body. I just swapped out a Marine officer head for it. Which all I did for these guys was just swap out Marine heads, the plastic Marine heads, and then paint up the frog pattern camo. We got a 5-man squad of heavy infantry here, a heavy bazooka team. Then of course we got the start of our walkers here. So we've got 3 pond skaters, 2 of them with the HMG, 1 of them with the recoilless rifle, or the light anti-tank gun, I think is what it is. And then, of course, we've got the Hornet. Don't know if I'll be able to use it. We're hoping. Fingers crossed. We'll see. And then, of course, I've got the last summer's Pacific Sherman project. I just took the Tesla turret off the one I made previously, slapped it on there. So that works pretty good. And then waiting in the wings, I took what I'd previously painted, a squad of 5 armored infantry. And now I've stripped them. I'm going to do them up, but I'm going to be using the Cobalt Keep 32 or 30 millimeter rimmed bases, lipped bases, with the just because, the integral magnets in the bottom. So that should be fun. So let's see if we can take a closer look at some of these guys. We'll look at the walkers. They're a little more exciting. So this one, oh, I forgot to mention, there's also a medium mortar team. Forgot about that completely, because that's not Konflikt 47 specific. But we'll talk about that in a bit. So with these, just stock build, but again, I just swapped the heads out. So a plastic. So this is going to be like the officer for either a light or medium walker platoon. We'll see what we get. Again, rules aren't out for a couple more days. Well, no, rules aren't out for a while. Pre-order is out in a couple of days. So built completely stock, just swapped out the head so you can see the gunner's got a plastic Marine head, and then I just threw a bunch of plastic stowage, plastic bits on there, and then some cool decals and stuff. Some of the Marine heads, or some of the heads that come with the stock Pond Skater kit do kind of look like, I just left it on a couple, but yeah. I've got like an extra weapon for each crew member, some knives, bayonets, things like that. And then, of course, we've got the one with the recoilless rifle. And the bases are done with the Frontline Games basing set, which if you've watched the tutorial and the product review on that, you'll see how I did those. Way back a while ago, I've got tutorial on how I do the frog pattern camo, as well as the Marine uniforms. Next, we'll take a look at the medium mortar. So I think this is actually what I used for the tutorial for the Frontline Games basing material. Let's see, I got some magnets in there. So this is actually a white metal set from the Assault group that I picked up at Adepticon. I figure it's probably not a bad idea to have some artillery support, some, indirect fire support. So I figure, a mortar crew would probably come in handy and, pop some smoke. And then the realization tonight is, wait, I'm going to have another team to go with this, and I'm going to have an officer for that. So I might pull some of my Marines that I had done for bolt action initially and rebase them, which would be kind of cool anyway. I do actually have another medium machine gun team, so I could put that in with this. Whatever. We'll figure it out once we get rules. Once we get our hands on the rules. It's going to be a little bit, but, you know, we'll see. Oh, hey, there's the microphone receiver. Tesla Sherman, I mean, pretty bog standard. You can see this is the one from last summer's project. Color scheme is a little bit different, just because I didn't weather it quite as much, the turret, as much as I did this one, but that's fine. A little wobbly in there, so I'll have to be a little careful. I did try magnetizing it. Results have been a little lackluster. We'll see. We'll just cram it in there. And then kind of the pièce de résistance so far is my Hornet Walker, which, again, I don't know if I'll be able to use, but I floated the idea of Lend-Lease as a rule mechanic. Oh, hey, there's a goober on that gun barrel. Huh, well, whatever. Not a big deal. I just thought this would be really cool for some jungle fighting Marines. So then they got all the guns support, and then, which aren't quite lined up perfectly, but whatever. And then they got the claws, or the hands for chomping stuff. And then, of course, some inappropriate nose art, but it is historically accurate to an actual P-40 Warhawk that was in the Pacific or somewhere in World War II. I pulled it off a decal sheet. So this is what I've got so far. Waiting in the wings, I've got the 5 additional heavy infantry that I'll get painted up. I've got a mud skipper. I've got another Tesla Sherman. I've got a Jackal and a Coyote. And then a whole box of Marines and other stuff. But we're going to see, again, kind of got to wait and see the rules, because I want to order some of the starter sets that are supposed to be coming out in a couple, or pre-ordering in a couple of days. I'm definitely going to get some stuff. So, yeah, we'll see. So, with the exception of this, all of this has been done since Adepticon. Not even that long, to be quite honest. But, yeah, so it's coming along pretty well. All right, folks, there we go. So I'm really looking forward to Friday. So this video is going to come out on Wednesday and Friday, which is going to be the 4th of July, July 4th, Independence Day here in the States, is going to be the pre-order date. Outside of that, I don't know anything else. I don't know what is going to be in the box. I don't know how much it's going to cost. I don't think we've heard any of that stuff yet. I'm going to speculate. And again, I don't know for sure. But we know there's 4 new plastic kits, right? So we've got the Vogelspinner, the Stahltruppen, the new plastic Fireflies, as well as the Linebacker. I'm willing to bet we're going to see those 4 kits in the box. And it might just be like one sprue of each of the 4. So 1 squad of Stahltruppen with the options, 1 Vogelspinner, 1 squad of Fireflies, and then 1 Linebacker. Rules, pin markers. I honestly don't know what else they might throw in there. I mean, I'm wanting to think it's going to be like the Band of Brothers starter for 2nd edition or 3rd edition bolt action, right? So that would kind of make sense, but I still feel like the sides might be a little uneven, unmatched. So maybe you'll get like 2 frames of Stahltruppen. I don't know. We're going to find out Friday. It's going to be awesome. I guess the idea that I've got stuck up here is, again, it's going to be like Band of Brothers, so it's going to be about $200. I don't know. Again, I really don't know. There's no information out there on that. I'm honestly a little bit surprised that we haven't seen any previews of what is going to be, what's going to be going up for sale or for pre-order. I keep saying for sale. Pre-order. What's going to be up for pre-order on Friday? What costs are going to be and what contents are going to be? I mean, is it just going to be the starter set? Is it just going to be the rule books? Just going to be the new models? You know, what's it going to be? I don't know. To be fair, I haven't asked. I just know that Warlord is very excited. They are very focused right now coming up to this pre-order. So pre-orders go live Friday, and then they're hoping to be shipping by end of September. I mean, and that's still, you know, right on the cusp of 4th quarter for 2025, as they announced back in March. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I I know it's going to be cool, regardless of what it is we end up getting. So I'm just excited. I think actually I was briefly spoke to Peter Gosling today and basically just sent him the Joe exotic, I am never going to financially recover from this GIF. So I felt that was, feel like that's probably going to be the case after Friday. I mean, I'm gonna be up early Friday anyway because I'm putting a pork shoulder on the smoker, so maybe I'll just get my order in bright and early. So, yeah, we'll see. Yeah, can't wait, can't wait. So, definitely remember, come back on Friday. Go down in the description and hit that affiliate link to head over to the Warlord website to web store to pre-order your Conflikt 47 goodies. That's definitely what I'm going to be doing, and yeah, y'all should do the same. So definitely check that out. You can also find links to my social medias. I'll be putting stuff up there as well regarding the pre-orders and what we get and things like that. Also check the description for the Wisconsin Maritime Museum. Stay up to date on the USS Cobia dry docking project. That's going to be coming up here before long. I mean, we're already into July. The date of recording on this is July 1st. So I think September, October is when they're hoping to get her in. So, or when they plan to. So definitely go check that out. If you are able, definitely consider offering a donation to preserve the USS Cobia. So yeah, I think that's about all we got for this week. We'll have got a few more ideas for some stuff to do for the following weeks. So thank you very much for watching. As always, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know how I'm doing down in the comments below. If you have any other ideas for stuff you'd like to see, definitely drop those down below and be more than happy to give those a try. So thanks for watching very much. Appreciate it. And until next time, folks, may your paints be thin, your brushes be pointy, and your dice be hot.